It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerantz. Thank you so much for joining us. Our guest is Bradley Trevor Grieve. He is here from Australia. You probably know him from his best-selling book called The Blue Day Book. It sold about 10 million copies. He now has another book out right now. It is hysterical. It's called Why Dogs Are Better Than Cats, and that's what we're going to talk about today, and we'll see who wins the argument. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Los Angeles.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Brad. It's a pleasure.
Why are dogs better than cats?
Oh, we only have a few minutes, so I'm going to just bring this down to the brass tacks here. First thing you need to know is that there are currently 200 million more cats in the world than dogs.
Okay.
Now that shocked me, and it should shock you and your viewers as well. How did man's best friend fall so far behind?
Right.
Someone has to stand up and champion this, because there are so many extraordinary virtues unique to dogs.
Well, let me tell you my view.
Okay.
I think most dogs, 95% of dogs, are great pets and loving, and they're the man's best friend.
True.
But if you can get a good cat, and it's not easy, that cat blows away any loving dog. I've had one.
Yeah.
I've had one out of 6 or 7.
We both agree then owning a cat is a lottery. And,
that is true.
And I can concur with that. My contention is that cats and dogs are both wonderful creatures, all equal in the eyes of God and worthy of our love and adoration. But my contention is also that dogs are far better pets. Now, cats are gorgeous creatures, and they become sort of captive creatures. In fact, they're not genuinely social. Dogs are social. Cats are vaguely sociopathic. And you have to understand that. Owning a cat is not making it a pet. Owning a cat is like taking it hostage and hoping that some case later on that Stockholm Syndrome will kick in. Okay, it is not a part of the family. It is not a part of the family.
But occasionally you get a cat that
is. You get a beautiful cat. And some people should have cats because they don't have the time, the extra money, the effort, and perhaps the self-respect to have a dog.
That one cat that I mentioned, this cat was called Kitty.
Yes.
Kitty used to bring home treats for me, would be dead birds.
Okay, those are not treats. See, a cat is sending you a message. I own this house.
But it's not a gift to me.
See what I did to this bird? See what I did to this bird? You think your cat, when it's rubbing around your ankles at the top of the stairs, is being affectionate?
Let's have some more fun, though, and talk about what you're doing in the world of dogs and conservation. Because, honestly, you are one of the world's leaders in animal efforts and protecting animals.
I have loved animals all my life, all animals, cats and dogs, since I was a little boy, and in that way I've never really grown up. That is true. Part of the problem we have with cats and dogs is that people are so convinced, due to marketing, that cats and dogs are the same. You say to your child, do you want a cat or a dog, sweetie? But it's so arbitrary. You could be saying a walrus or a flamingo, a butterfly or a ham sandwich. They're two incredibly different creatures. People buy a cat thinking it's going to be the same sort of interactive social pet as a dog, and they're disappointed. They think they're getting a pet, they get a plush toy with a bad attitude.
And what winds up happening is...
so many get dumped.
Yeah, and that's exactly
Christmas kitten syndrome, that's what we call it. And that's where everybody buys their sweetheart a kitten, and come January, they're in the streets.
In Los Angeles, if I may, the feral cat population is very significant, and 70% of animals that are euthanized in Los Angeles shelters are cats.
Nationwide, it's worse. 10 million pets a year in America end up in shelters. Only 5 million walk out. And of that 5 million, at a ratio at least of 3 to 1, they're cats. People are euthanizing these cats because there's no one to look after them. Let me give you the simple mathematics. One pair of breeding cats and their offspring can produce 250,000 sofa scratches in 3 to 4 years.
The book is irreverent, it's funny, it's a great read with beautiful pictures. It's called Why Dogs Are Better Than Cats, but there is a serious message.
Absolutely. I hope people think about how they value their friends in their life on 4 legs or 2.
Thanks for joining us. For Local Edition, I'm Brad Pomerantz. Back to CNN HLN.
With Charter Digital Cable, when you've got the easiest time-saving way to take total control of Dexter, Weeds, Californication, United States of Terror, Nurse Jackie, The Tudors, Championship Boxing, Mixed Martial Arts, the biggest movies anytime you want, in 1080 high def and Dolby Digital 5.1 surround sound, you've arrived. Part of the complete Showtime package. Order Showtime and get Showtime On Demand HD at no additional cost.